I had to go shopping early in the morning to get some stuff. And yesterday was a great day, but also a rough day for me. And so we went to a really fun place, and cool things happened. But there was also a considerable amount of stuff that didn't go so well. But again, good mixed bag. Overall, the day was fantastic. So I won't linger too long on the negative, and I will go through some of the stuff that went on yesterday, which was quite fun. Hopefully, the computer is going to help us out, so I won't have to fiddle too much with the computer, and I can just get on with the cool story that I have to talk about. But anyway, here, before we start, let's say thank you again to Horizon Hobby for providing us with this awesome Real Flight Evolution. And we went to, your local Google guide here from Irvine, California, Woodbridge, went to Universal Studios, and we had the VIP experience. There is the official bag and tag system, just in case you thought I was making it up. Because who knows, right? Who knows, right? All the fakery that goes on YouTube. Anyway, let's go and start this off. I hope that it works. I really hope that it works. Yesterday, we almost made through this thing. So let's see if we can do it today. Let's see if we won't experience the lag that we were experiencing the other day. That was really annoying. Again, they don't give you a lot of time to get through this part of the course. So if you don't hurry it up, you will miss stuff. Anyway, let's start the day. Before I get into stuff, I wanted to say a big thank you to 3 people who helped us out a lot yesterday during our experience at the VIP. And we had an amazing guide, Tim, another amazing guide, Austin, but our main guide was Tim. And then we had a driver with really good, he was driving this trolley thing, or it depends. People call them this. It would be a bus, a trolley. I don't know. Everyone has a different way of calling those things. But anyway, he was driving it as if it was like a Mini Cooper. So very, very well. And for somebody who does not have issues with motion sickness when it comes to VR, I get a lot of motion sickness when it comes to being on vehicles, not boats. For some reason, I'm fine on boats. But if I'm not the driver, and let's say you were a really bad driver shaking the vehicle around a lot, I would have problems with that. So anyway, another shout out again to Kelly, the driver, Tim, and Austin. All of them did a great job helping us out. But anyway, let's start from the beginning. So, coolest thing about going to Universal Studios and this kind of experience, if you are able to purchase the VIP process, is it is nothing like Disneyland. On Disneyland, you show up, you got to do a whole bunch of stuff. Parking is far. It's hard to get to places. In this case, we just arrived at, I think it was the Jurassic Park parking lot. We had valet. We dropped off the keys to a very nice man. And then when the whole tour was done, it was easy breezy to get the vehicle back. It took less than 5 minutes, which is amazing if you think about it. So anyway, that was a great experience there. Again, me being me and OCD about stuff, it was weird. It was weird because at the end of the tour, I was checking my pockets going, where's the keys? Where's the keys? Because I never do valet. So that was like one of the first times I've ever done valet, where you just drop off the car and then obviously you won't have keys in your pocket, but my mind kept going back to, why don't I have keys in my pocket? Ridiculous stuff, guys. I know it doesn't happen to you, but it's stuff that happens to me. So anyway, let's get to the real good stuff. So we go inside the park, we find the VIP section, we go inside this very nice building where they have awesome pictures, mementos of all kinds of movie scenes. I think there was Vin Diesel, there's Michael J. Fox, and a bunch of other. I can't remember if Brad Pitt's in there, but Angelina Jolie for sure is one of the main attractions on the way up the stairs to a very nice lobby room. On the left, you're going to find yourself some bathrooms, stalls, in case you need to use the restroom before your activity. There's a little foyer area where you can get like chapstick, bottle of water. And then on the right, going through this little corridor area, then you find yourself a very nice sort of kitchen area where you can get yourself all kinds of food, like croissants, sandwiches, fruit bowls for the vegans, bananas. But anyway, the funny thing was I probably should not have had anything to eat. Of course, me being stupid, the first thing that I thought I'd do is, oh, look at the fruit bowls and the bananas. It be banana time. So I just jumped in there right real quick and I started eating. And the fruit and the bananas were fantastic. So again, catering, all in all, great quality food we had on this trip. So I'm not blaming anything on that. The problem was is that right after having a quick breakfast, we headed off to the Harry Potter ride. The Harry Potter ride, I don't know what it's called. I'll just tell you that it's one of those, it's not really moving around in the sense that it's not like you get on a vehicle like a car or you get on a bus and it takes you places. It's basically stationary for the most part, and it lifts you up and it wiggles you around. Now, for most people who are not, and you also have amazing graphics. I will tell you that much. The graphics were amazing on there. So very seamless, very seamless. So for the most part, you have some animatronics as well as basically they're like basically robotic creatures in there. And on top of that, you also have graphics. So 3D graphics. And so both of those things were very well executed. And for the most part, you couldn't tell whether you were looking at the graphics or you were looking at animatronics because it was just very well done. Even as someone who's been, creating, manipulating stuff in 3D for a very long time, I found it to be very immersive, very, very immersive. So that was fantastic. However, having the motion sickness after that really wrecked me. So although other people that were with me on the ride found it to be just fine, I did not. And that sensation of wanting to vomit pursued me for the rest of the day. So that was kind of the unfortunate part for me. Because we went on to do a lot of other amazing rides and stuff, and it was just cool overall. It was just really cool. The whole experience was really, really fun, and easy breezy. Our guide took us to all the different fun attractions in there, and it was just like having a long lost friend just take you around and show you the ropes of everything. Very well executed. When we got onto this bus or this trolley, then Kelly was our driver, and again we had another another guy, Austin. I think he had a bit of the whatchamacallit. He was going for the Johnny Depp part look, and it really suited him. So that was really cool too. Fun glasses and everything. But anyway, just overall, they took us through some of the amazing sets. One of the most memorable, of course, for me, because I'm a big fan of Back to the Future. We got to see the clock, the famous clock tower, that then doubles down for many other movies as a courtroom, I do believe, if I'm not mistaken. Again, I'm pretty sure that I might make mistakes when trying to remember stuff. But it was just really cool because you go through all these sets. There was another set from Captain Sparrow. I want to say Pirates of the Caribbean, and I want to say The Good Place. The Good Place. That also came up. What else do we do? They have some of the most amazing dishes. No, not dishes as in what you put food in. I'm talking about satellite dishes in there, which was like, oh my gosh. They are crazy big. Crazy big. And apparently they're going to be doing a lot of the broadcasting for the Olympics coming out of there. So just in case you guys didn't know, they are well prepared for the Olympics at some point. Whenever that's happening. I don't know when that's happening. So anyway, it was just mind-blowing. Lots of the stuff that you got to see, some of the coolest vehicles in movies throughout the years, all kinds of stuff. And it was just amazing. We got to watch a lot of the Jurassic Park stuff. There's a 3D glasses and stuff provided to you on this great bus tour. So in there, because you've got 3D glasses, you get to watch some of the cool stuff. The bus will enter a few areas, and then within those areas, you get to, like rooms, you get to experience these cool 3D. You'll have like dinosaurs jumping out at you. You might have like King Kong, stuff like that will appear. And then there's another one which is really fun. You get to get in the set of Fast and the Furious. I think that's what it's called. Really cool stuff. I'm struggling to find people again on this thing. I know you guys have seen me do this many, many times in the past. And so you know that I've beaten this level many times. But again, it's like I'm a virgin again. I've got to find my bearings all over again. And I can't remember where things are at all. So I think I see some people over there. Oh, anyway, I don't know what. There was something about Tim's face which was really familiar. I feel like I've met the guy before at some point in my life. Maybe I haven't. Maybe a different life. But anyway, really friendly guy. Very knowledgeable about everything. Explained a lot of really cool details about sets and how the Hollywood Disney magic happens. Of course, a lot of the stuff I already knew because I've done master's degrees and all that stuff, but it's just listening to the way that he talks was just really fascinating. It felt like it was all new all over again. And it was just really interesting. Also, there were things that were explained which were really, really interesting regarding movies. I won't go into much detail into any of that stuff. Why? Because I want you to go, and if you have the chance to do it, I don't want to spoil everything that that goes on in there for you guys. I want you to have an awesome experience. But anyway, I just wanted to tell you guys that it felt really premium. Everything was really fantastic. So that's why I wanted to say big shout out to them for taking us through all the different shows and stuff. We also got taken to a few other rides, and these rides were not as shaky and stuff. So there are rides that won't make the motion people sick. And one of those amazing rides is, I think, inside Harry Potter. It is more of a kiddie ride. It's a roller coaster. There's also a fun roller coaster. It's like a splash. It's like a Splash Mountain kind of thing, in Jurassic Park. You take these escalators. I think there's a total of 3 escalators that take you way, way down the park. And you'll find these when you tour around the park. There is, I don't know if you guys remember, if you guys are Simpson fans, Krusty the Clown. So there's a big roller coaster of Krusty the Clown. If you go further down on the right, there's these 3 escalators, and they take you all the way down, and there you will find yourselves. They give you these really cool ponchos, I think they're called. I don't know. There's like rain jackets that cover you fully over the head, and they have like a little skirt, so even your booty gets covered, which is perfect. That's what you want. So regardless of that, if you decide to go in the front row, you will still get splashed unless you hold on to your, I would say helmet, but no, it's the jacket cover that covers your head. You will get splashed. For some reason, that's just my luck. Some of the water got down my sleeve. I know. Seems like an impossible thing to happen, and yet when you're me, it becomes possible suddenly. So anyway, really fun ride. Again, did not get any motion sickness at all on that. It was just a really fun roller coaster ride. Excuse me. And it was just so fun. I don't think I'm going to beat this today. I am having one of those issues. Wait, resume. I'm going to go down to exit challenge. I'm going to do a different challenge. Wait, what? I guess I exited all the challenges. Maybe I'll just fly this real quick and see. I have never flown here, and maybe I never will because it's not taking off. That is weird. That didn't make any difference. It's not picking up enough speed to lift off. I have never seen this happen ever. Maybe you have to go off the side there. Maybe not. Am I just not doing this right? I'll get off safe. Okay. If you get out of safe, you can fly here. If you are in safe, for some reason, it would not allow me to get off. So that's weird. I've never experienced that before in any of the simulations here in this game. So that is rather odd. So yeah, anyway. Going back to the story, Universal Studios, the VIP, it was great. After doing, I think it was some kind of animal ride, which was really easy breezy and just rather lovely. I think that's one of the movies I got to view for free when it wasn't out in the movie theaters yet, because they were still like working on animatics and stuff like that. So can't remember the name of them, but it's based on this animal ride, which is really cool. And absolutely love that one. And then right after, we got to go have a really yummy lunch at the Moulin Rouge. Again, really yummy, all-you-can-eat buffet. And that was the other issue that I was having, since I was still feeling a little bit pukey because of that. Because of that ride that we went to right before we met Tim and stuff. So before we met Tim, our tour guide, we had decided to go and do that other ride, the Harry Potter ride with the 3D and stuff. And because of that, then when it was time to eat, I was still feeling pukey. But I decided to get myself a really good plate of all this good stuff. There were cucumbers, there were all kinds of amazing stuff for every kind of diet. But I had a bunch of awesome potatoes. There was Coca-Cola, which helped fix my stomach a little bit. The original Coca-Cola always helps me out when I'm feeling sick and motion sick and all that stuff. I had that. What else was there? There's amazing asparagus. It's with asparagus. If you ever tried to cook asparagus, it is hard to get them to be nice and soft and tender. Um, so in most cases, when you do it wrong, you'll get like chewy bits and it gets stuck in your teeth, or it just doesn't give you a good time. But they did it so well. It was so tender. It just sort of melted in your mouth and very little chewing required. And it was just really good, really good. It had just a touch of the smoky feel to it, which I love. Yeah, so overall, just yummy food. There was good pasta. There was all kinds of stuff. I won't mention everything because I just can't remember all the stuff. I'm just going by the stuff that went in my plate. And it was pretty awesome. Guess who showed up? It was Doc. I think his name is Doc from Back to the Future. He was there, so I got to take a picture with him. Always fun to have Doc in there, and so that was just great. So as we were having our lunch, took a nice break and everything, and got a nice shot in with Doc from Back to the Future. Really cool. What else? And just in case I got the name Doc incorrect, it was the scientist or whatever, the cool guy that helps Michael J. Fox create the DeLorean, the amazing DeLorean. And so, yeah, another really cool vehicle. I think we got to see it on the way in. We got to see a lot of the cool vehicles, like the old vehicles. There were like the old Beetles and stuff, but also there were some really fun vehicles. Like what? There was a cool vehicle from Vin Diesel's Fast and Furious. So that was cool. The Rock showed up there too. You can never get enough of The Rock. I know I do a lot of snark on the channel, but he's a fun guy. He's a fun guy. Rock, if you're listening to this, please don't come and destroy the house, okay? I'm just a snarky guy. I mean well. So anyway, last thing you want is to get beaten up by The Rock. I will not step in the ring with The Rock. I will just not. No matter how good my kung fu is, I am not stepping in with The Rock. He will take me apart limb from limb, and yeah, we're not getting into that. Let's get into some more of the training exercises here. No, that's not the training exercise I want. I want challenges, not training, challenges. I do really want to beat all these things again, like I had on the previous computer and on this one as well. I had beaten all of these levels. I unlocked all of these things. But then when I decided to try to install Windows 7, that was a bad idea because you can't. You have to buy Windows 10 or Windows 11 Pro. And you have to run this thing called virtual something. Anyway, that's very accurate information I'm providing for you here today. Virtual something. That's exactly how that's the exact precise name. Anywho, back to Universal Studios. So we had a really good lunch, as I said before, and then we went back out there, and I was like, no, I am not getting back on the Harry Potter ride, but I was stupid enough to. Why did I do that? I said, I just had Coke, and Coke usually fixes everything, but it was not enough. So I went back on that ride, and that is when all hell broke loose, and I was just really, really sick. So luckily, we took a little break from that, and we went on to watching some fun shows. So we went to watch this really fun show about Hollywood Disney magic and how they do the special effects in movies, especially how they add the audio afterwards to a lot of the movie scenes and stuff. They show you some cool things that they do with the like fighting and stuff, and how they make it so that it's safer for the real actors, because you're gonna have the stunt doubles do most of the fighting for. And it was just really fun overall. They showed a bunch of the movies, the iconic movies that got Oscars and stuff in the past. But we need to remember that Jim Carrey deserves one. Um, Although I don't think he ever got one, but he should. He deserves one, as well as maybe George Clooney and Julia Roberts. Julia Roberts. I don't know if they've got any. They probably should get some if they haven't. If not, I will award Belinda awards to everybody that has not gotten an Oscar for just being awesome. Anyway, yeah, so as we were exiting the stage for that, I just found an area. I was trying desperately to find a restroom, but I did not make it there. I did not make it there. I wish I'd made it there, but I just did not. So instead, I found a plant to which I thanked strongly in the Native American spirit for receiving my vomit, because it just could not hold back. It's just like Frozen. I just couldn't hold back anymore. So I had to let it go. Luckily, I did not get too much of the sidewalk or the cement, so people were still okay. But I apologized sincerely to a very nice lady who just showed up out of nowhere. She was just there to bail me out. I was feeling like death. I was like really feeling sick, and she bailed me out. She brought me some napkins. She brought me some sanitizer, and she also brought me some water to swish all that disgusting thing out from my teeth. So amazing. This is what I'm telling you guys. The people that you would never expect show up and save the day. And just a few minutes after, some more security people came out of nowhere, and they were like, "Do you need to seek medical attention?" They were very kind, super nice, and they also told me where I could go if I was, if I was completely out of it and would require medical attention, which was not the case. So I thank them dearly for their very kind help, and we were able to continue on for the rest of the night. But just, unfortunately, I don't remember the names of these kind, amazing people, but just letting you know, that is the kind of service that you get there at Universal Studios. That is, something that you don't expect. And it's not because I was wearing a VIP thing or not. They didn't care about that. It's just because they were just kind and very helpful. So there you go. Something that you didn't know about Universal Studios. Maybe you've been there like hundreds of times, but this is something unexpected that happened to me, and I thought I'd share it because it is totally worth sharing, in my opinion. So anyway, after that, unfortunately, because of that, what I want to say is I was not able to say goodbye to Tim. Although we did get to say thank you to Kelly on the way off the bus, I was not able to say thank you to Tim for the amazing tour that he gave us. So I'm going to do it here in the video. I'm just going to do it here in the video, and that'll have to do, unfortunately. But anyway, as I said before, he's the kind of guy that just reminded me of a friend that I had, and just an amazing tour guide. Also Austin, as I said before, and Kelly, our driver, and again, all the awesome people that helped out to make our experience there so So perfect. Again, unlike when you go to Disney, if you do have this VIP, if you do have one of these VIP things, you get through the lines very, very quickly without having to wait endlessly, like as you would. But again, I don't think that the wait times at Universal Studios are quite as they are in Disneyland. Because when we went, it was just horrifying. I remember something like 45 minutes to an hour to then watch something that lasted maybe like 10 to 15 minutes, and it was just horrifying over there. So that is not the kind of experience that you will get at the Universal Studios. And I strongly suggest that if Disney does not want to completely die out, they might not, because you never know. But that would be something fun that Disney could adopt and copy, because it would make the whole experience just that much better. Again, in my opinion, and my opinions tend to be very unpopular, as you guys know. So it is what it is. It is what it is, guys. But that is a feature that if Disneyland adopted, I think it would bring back a lot of people who are like, nah, I am done with Disneyland, because it's just not much fun anymore. Legoland, on the other hand, is still one of my favorite places to go, and it's just easy breezy and stuff. But as the kids get a little bit older, they want some more excitement, and I think that sometimes places like Universal Studios can provide that other kind of excitement. So anyway, they had some really fun stuff going on for the holidays. It was very well decorated. Loved all the decorations they did, as well as they had a fun dance show with a DJ at the end, which was really cool as you exited the park and headed towards retrieving your vehicle, whether it is valet parking or regular parking. So I thought that was pretty cool. And yeah, just a fun tour, guys, overall. They have all these really fun stores, including, if you are a fan of Super Mario, they have, I think, 3 different Nintendo stores there. A really fun, one of my favorite attractions is going to be, of course, the Transformers, and they have a really cool shop there with Transformers. Some of the really classic Transformers, as well as the latest Transformers, on display. There, it was really cool. I really enjoyed going in and checking those things out. Trying to do Jedi mind tricks here. Try to keep me stable and put this last object in the ring. Bam. Awesome. So yeah. If you guys have not been to Universal Studios, I strongly suggest, again, it is a little bit pricey, but I strongly suggest you do the VIP tour. It is something really unique, and totally worth it, in my opinion. Great. So yeah, that's all pretty much that went on there. Again, my experience with those kind of rides is not going to be the experience that you might have, because again, I get really sick on those kinds of rides, which is why the other day when I was talking about VR and stuff, I do not get sick in VR, but unless maybe the roller coaster rides might. But the reason why I don't get sick in VR is because I have full control over the vehicle that I am riding in. So I think part of the reason why that does give you the motion sickness is because you do not have control. So although you kind of can anticipate where you're headed, it is the vibration that you receive and the way that it shakes, especially if you've had like lunch you've just had lunch, and so it will your stomach hasn't fully digested, and what you're doing there is you are basically moving the food around in different directions, which clearly is not ideal for people with motion sickness. So anyway, there we go. There we go. That is motion sickness explained in layman's terms by someone who is not a doctor. So please take my words with a grain of salt. And I'm going to just land this thing, and it'll be done for the live today. But again, I wanted to thank you guys so much for joining me on this live stream today. And again, big thanks to all the people that made this experience great. Everyone from security all the way to everything else that happened. And I will see you all very soon in the next one. But before we say goodbye, I will also say thank you once more to Horizon Hobby for giving us Real Flight Evolution so that we can hang out and do these live streams, as well as all the awesome things that are going on in the background, all these channels. If you haven't signed up to their channels and subscribed and stuff, please do. That'll be a cool Christmas gift that you can make me, for me, because they've provided so much fun content. And so then of course we're going to say thank you to Shangmei, Excellent, D Domisol, Color Farm, Anidal, and so on and so forth, for providing fun stuff for the channel for free. Shark as well. And let's see, who was OC Rocks USA. Anyway, I'm going to end this live stream showing you guys these cool things over here. And I will see you all hopefully tomorrow, but I'm not sure because it's the holidays. So yeah, take care, guys. Thank you so much, and I'll see you.